There is something special inside you.
Welcome to GNG Podcast with your host, speaker, best-selling author, Chaz Jackson.
Yo, what's going on, kings and queens? It's your boy Chaz Jackson coming back to you once again, representing GNG, Gift and a Gift. Hey, I personally just want to take the time to tell each and every one of you thank you for giving me your eyes and your ears once again. It's great to dive deep into some inspiration that I pray will plant like a seed in your mind and assist you in becoming a greater version of yourselves. So episode 23 is going to be a powerhouse season of a speech. I'm telling you, you guys go and get your pen, your paper. My man Art's in the house. He's going to bring some value to you students, parents, teachers, youth advocates who's plugging in right now. Go ahead and drop your comments. Let us know what you hear. Share this bad boy out. We're going to be diving deep on the theme of don't let your disability affect your ability. I'm ready for this man, this giant, this champion to get on here and just share his story and all about himself. But before I read off his short bio and get this show on the road, I want to go over the mission statement of this platform, because you know our motto is we're all gifted differently to make a difference. You know, I'm very passionate about that. And if you've been tuning in, I know you're passionate about that. But for the new listeners, we take the daily challenge of becoming a passionate visionary who is determined to leave a legacy for themselves by adopting unwavering life values and serving others in an area of gifting led by God. So that's the mission that I'm on. I ask you to take that daily challenge with me. And my man Art, he's definitely on this mission himself, being a difference maker in this area. Let me read off this short bio of my man Arthur Mitchell, A.K.A Art Mitch. He's a father, a husband, an author. He is passionate for the youth, sparked from tragedies in his early childhood. At a young age, he was diagnosed with Keratoconus. Hopefully I'm not butchering that. It is an eye disease that has caused him to have an unusual childhood and adulthood. Art uses his experiences to empower children with disabilities, providing coping strategies that strengthen self-esteem for children with disabilities. And he is here to inspire the GNG Livestream podcast audience. My man, King Art, you are live, man. Are you ready to get it, champion?
Yes, sir, Chaz, man. Thanks for having me on, man. I'm super pumped, excited, man, to impact somebody's life for today, man. I'm excited. Let's get it.
I know you truly are, brother. And I know that was short, what I kind of read off about yourself. Is there anything else you would like the audience to know about you?
No problem, man. Everything was right, man. Definitely, man. Family always first in my lifestyle, man. I dealt with kids over 10 years, mentoring, coaching, also help adolescent kids, man, go from a prison to pipeline mentality, school to prison pipeline mentality, where I help them decrease the rate of them going, drop out of school and going to prison and end up in gang violence. So I do that as well.
Dude, I'm so pumped about what you do and how you're being salt and light to the world. John Maxwell says that a lot, man. I truly believe that salt making things good and it's shining your light wherever God is placing you. So and I know I kind of touched a little bit on some of your disabilities starting back in your childhood, but can you just give the audience kind of your side of the story of how, you know, you overcame your disability to be where you are right now, influencing people and impacting people's lives the way that you are right now? Can you kind of share your story with the audience?
Yes, sir, no problem. I want everybody to go back to age of 6 years old. I know a lot of time at age of 6 years old, like a lot of time, we want to play. At that age, you want to play in the sand. You want to be in the jungle gym, or you want to play hide and go seek, or you want to play action figures. See, at age of 6, I never forget. I was in a classroom, and my teacher asked me, what was it on the board? And the time I couldn't see, And mind you, that morning everything was good. My vision wasn't that bad. It wasn't that blurry, so I didn't have no symptoms. But when I got in the classroom, my life changed. Things became different in my vision. So as I began to talk, lady asked me the question. I said, "Man, I can't see the board. I don't know what's going on." And at the point, she knew something was wrong, so she pulled me to the side and told me I need to go see an eye doctor. And I said, at the age of 6, I never been to the doctor, only get shots and only get a regular checkup, like from pediatrics, so different thing like that. But go to the eye doctor was different. So me and my mom and dad took me to the eye doctor, and to find out at age of 6, I was diagnosed with an eye disease called keratoconus, and my life would never been the same since. And you can imagine at the age of 6, having a disease called keratoconus. First of all, not knowing what it is, but second of all, wondering where it comes from, or wondering how you got it, and finding out, in a classroom amongst people that didn't know you had the disease. So that really took me for a toll in my life because I didn't know. And research later on, I found out that the disease is very rare. Only 1 in 10,000 people had the disease, but it happens at the age of 15 on up. So they don't get the disease at the age of 15. So having this diagnosed at age of 6, it was very rare to me. Didn't know what was going on. Very confused, frustrated. Me and my mom and dad, and never heard it before. So something new to me. So just imagine, you're age of 6 now. You got an eye disease. You're at a point like, what I got to do next? How can I become normal, or am I normal? Because people in their class, they seeing well, they doing regular things, but you got to learn how to see. Now you got to get glasses. Try a stronger prescription. That's what I had to get first, my glasses. And I never had anything on my face, so it was different. Wearing something on your face, be able to make you see. So a lot of confusion, a lot of things happened in that whole realm of being at age of 6 that made my life change to where I'm at now. And in the midst of that, a lot of things happened. I was bullied, because people didn't know what keratoconus was. Like to the day, people don't know. But it's a rare eye disease where it's pressing on your pupil. Like it was a normal mind is bulging out, pressing on my pupil, allowing my vision to be blurry. So finding that out, it became a procedure that they do called cornea transplants. And to have a cornea transplant, again, at a young age, having surgery on you, didn't know too much about it. Seeing people have heart surgery, torn ACL surgery, but having the surgery in your eyes, it was different. I didn't know what to expect, but my main focus, I wanted to see. I was tired of, waking up, vision blurry. I was tired of putting on glasses, still can't see. I was tired of people asking me questions, why you looking so close to the board, or why you looking so close to the phone, or why you got glasses so thick. So I want to see. So finding out about this procedure at the age of 15, 16, 17, between 15 and 17, I wanted to do it. So, but the thing about having the surgery was, I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. Kind of find out I had to have 7 of them,
Wow.
So you look at 7 of them. So looking at age of 6, being diagnosed, unusual childhood, being bullied, to now finding the cure, but then having had 7 of them because you like what's going on. And a lot of the effects happening with the 7 of them now. Some rejected. I didn't use my eye drops right. So I was new to the process. But in the midst of that, I was wondering, like, God, why me? Why am I going through this situation? Like I said, you see things happen on TV, or you see things happen in the world, but you actually go through a situation where your vision is blurred, or you can't drive at night, or you got to have somebody walk you this way, or people can be in front of you and you don't know who they are because your vision blurry. It became a lonely road for me, and I started going on a path of depression, anxiety, like really feeling like, why am I going through this? Want to play sports in middle school, can't play sports because I had to wear my glasses over my helmet, but it was foggy. So many things in my childhood and my teenage made me feel like, why me? What's going on? Why I feel like this? And my mom and dad couldn't tell me because they were just confused as I was. But as I got older, God began to show me I was going to turn your pain into your purpose. I'm molding you for a time like this to be able to show others that no matter what you're going through, your disability will not fit your ability. So I allowed myself to really, gear up until the day where I'm at now.
Boom. Thank you so much for diving deeper onto why you are inspired to do what you're doing right now, being a speaker and an author. And brother, you definitely been through a lot. You've been through a lot of struggles. I say this all the time on this show. We should always seek to look for opportunities in all of our obstacles. And brother Art, listening to what you're sharing with the audience, with me, you could have threw in the towel many times, 7 surgeries, man. And I know you kind of had strokes. I think you said off camera, and
Yeah.
dealing with a whole lot of other physical issues. You could have thrown in a towel and became a victim at any time, but you decided to be victorious over your circumstances. And I like what you mentioned, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but you allowed your circumstances be something for God to be able to show who you truly are and what He made you to be, to allow your test to be your testimony. And man,
Yes,
I
sir.
applaud you for that, man. Thank you so much for just having that giant within and knowing that you are gifted differently to make a difference. That man, your story is so paramount, and you're gonna hit so many people and inspire so many other people that Chaz Jackson or anyone else that's listening is going to be able to hit because of what you've been through and what you have overcome, man. So thank you so much for persevering through that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. So obviously the theme of this whole talk, this episode 23 is don't let your disability affect your ability. There's a young male that's listening to you right now that's kind of dealing with some similar things. Obviously, we can nitpick, and everybody has their own certain stories. But what does that theme mean to you? Talking to that young man listening to you right now.
I would tell that young man, this personal to me. Going through like a guy Chaz said, 7-ounce surgery. I'm a 2-stroke survivor. Diabetic, but I'm still here. I'm an author. I'm a coach. I'm a speaker. I'm a father. I'm a husband. And through all my pain, through my trials and tribulations, I didn't allow my disability to affect my ability. I didn't allow my circumstances or my situation to dictate who I was. I didn't let my past dictate my future. And in doing that, God began to strengthen my mindset and give me a positive attitude. Like, no, you can do this. You are somebody. You are bold. That's where the I am brand came from as well. Know what I have on. You are bold. You are strong. You are determined. You are enough. And in knowing that, God began to show me, like, look, this is your time. I'm giving you this. Now, everything you've been through, everything that happened in your life, I'm gonna turn your pain into your purpose. Because somebody out there want to hear you. Somebody out there want to know who you are. And knowing that, I began to really understand myself. Got into a community that pushed me to my purpose and allowed me to really see me for who I was, and allowed the real optimism to stand up. And in doing that, God began to open the doors for me, began to show me different things that I now have to do so people can understand who they are.
Mm. Boom! I'm telling you. Hopefully you took my advice, got that pen and paper. My man Arts is giving some jewels of how to overcome adversity. And dude, we gotta always look to never trust our own eyes for our vision that we have for our life. You know, circumstance, I'm sure there was a ton of people that said that you being a coach, a speaker, an author, you're thinking too big, you're thinking too bold. Like there's no way that you're gonna press forward and do those things, but you didn't seek validation. You just kept pressing forwards regardless of all the adversity that you went through. And kind of coming at it from a different angle. Obviously, we just talked about students or that young male, but what about my coaches, my parents who's kind of dealing with someone or team that's dealing with disabilities, kind of being able to install hope into that young person with a disability? What type of encouragement can you give to that coach, that teacher, that parent that's listening to you right now?
Yes, sir. One thing I would definitely give him, it's funny you asked about that. I have a book that I just published months ago called 6 Tips to Cope with Having a Disability. And in that book, it's the 6 strategies that I went through that allowed me to cope with my disability, allow parents to help their kids, allow kids to go through it. And a lot of things I talk about, one of my main points I talk about is accepting who you are. And if you accept who you are and realize that first you have that ailment, a disease, and you're gonna be that way, now you be able to accept and keep on going and not get past your negative side and stay positive, or having that personal development, or creating a hobby. So different things in my book that I talk about that allow people to go through the strategies and give them a brighter future, a hope, and give them a sense of positivity to know that even though he's been through it, he was brought out, and this is what he does to get through the situation. So I hope that just for the parents, for the coaches that have kids with disabilities or teens, that it help them go through their growth through, but also allow them to understand them more better. a lot of times with disability, they don't understand sometimes who we are, and the person that haven't understand what they have. But in this book, I talk about how to understand who you are and accepting who you are, but also being that person that's going to push past it and make an impact in other people's lives.
Thank you for sharing that. And it kind of moves on into my next question is like thinking about right now. I know we have COVID going on, the pandemic, working on coming out of that storm. What do you feel like is the greatest struggle our youth have today? Does anything come to mind for you?
Yeah, I would say definitely, man, social emotional learning, dealing with, I got 3 kids myself and dealing with being in the house all day, looking at a laptop, not be able to go outside, got to wear your mask, can't do certain things, can't hug, can't touch, can't talk on the phone, can't go to your friends. It gives them that mindset shift to feel like they're cluttered or they're closed in. So a lot of their mind is shifting to different things. That's when TikTok come along, Snapchat, different things come in that they get negativity to them and getting like, that like they're not wanted or they bored. So definitely having that, man, that mindset being shifted to a positivity of not feeling like they're not wanted, but giving them a piece of hope. Because I understand, being in front of a computer all day and having to look at your teacher and not be physically in front of them, it can put a toll on your life. But understand, that it's just a test for you to get through, man, in the trial that allow you to grow stronger, but also make you, some people need that one-on-one where they can be able to learn better, do better. So it's a gift and a curse, but a lot of things I found out about kids is someone learn better physically and someone learn better virtually. So it's
Yeah.
with everything.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think communication is going to be huge as well during all this, mentioning that. And like you said, it can't be stressful sitting in front of his computer. Some kids are better one-on-one in person in the flesh. And I always say, relationships are like water, right? They can either nourish you or drown you. So during times where you feel frustrated, sad, anxiety, feeling isolated, being at home, not being able to get out with your friends, your family, being able to social in person, we got to continue to seek that nourishing aspect, those communications, reaching out to people, allowing people to know, hey, I have this issue if there is one present. Because sometimes us as humans, we can hold on to things and we can be like, man, I'm the only person going through this right now. And we can get down, we can get isolated, and we can put ourselves in this little corner instead of, I call it emotional baggage. Sometimes we can carry that emotional baggage and keep it really, really tight, but actually opening up that bag and sharing what's going on during these times. And you'll be surprised who else is going through something similar or can relate to you, how to overcome things. So I think communication is really huge during these times as well.
Yes, sir, most definitely.
Yeah,
If you don't know, because you don't know what's going on, you can't help nobody. I tell people all the time, I was that one. I was the one that would hold stuff in and a bottle up, and then it ended up coming out a different way. So I had to learn to be vulnerable, really talk to people, let them know, let them know what's going on. Maybe they've been through it. I know somebody they've been through it that can give you help. Because you never know. Like you said, because you keep like me in general, we like to hold stuff in. So and because we got that pride going on. I was that person. But I learned as I got older and dealt with my community, and dealt with different organizations with men's groups that allowed me to open up. We're not here to hurt you, but to help you. So being vulnerable and opening up will help you better during the pandemic, because I know it was a lot, financial wise, marriage wise, so many things happen, but opening up, actually talking to somebody and giving a vent into, as you said, it allow you to be more peaceful in who you are, your mind.
Beautiful put. And going back, did I butcher that actual diagnosis, keratoconus? I'm saying that correctly, right?
Yeah, keratoconus, yeah.
Keratoconus. Okay. When I was reading it off earlier, I was like, did I butcher that or not? I thought I was saying it right. But so obviously with the eye surgeries, you had 7 of them. Like, are you able to drive and do everything as far as your quality of life?
Well, I'm at now with the after my 7th eye surgery, which was a cataract surgery, my vision went from a 20/200 to now it's a 20/40 in my left eye and a 20/50 in my right eye. And I haven't worn glasses in about 4 years.
Beautiful. That's awesome, man. And it's something that's under control, and you're able to continue to get better with it as you get older. Is that kind of how it works?
Yes, sir. What it's something. What it told me is something that could be stable. It won't get better, but won't get worse. It's stable, and I'm at the point now where no, it's stable. So I'm able to not to wear glasses. My vision is crazy because I'm actually getting. No, I be getting like wow, shocked aha moments. Cause like I can see father from my phone now. I can see father from the TV now. So it gives me that aha. I'm like, man, now look what happened, man. 30 some years been dealing with this. Now I'm able to see father than I was before.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And now you're allowing people to stand on your shoulders and they're able to see farther as far as personal development goes just because of some of the things you persevered through. And I know there's a young male that's listening to you right now. This show, the motto is we're all gifted differently to make a difference. And they have that gift inside of them, but they don't necessarily know how to tap in, learn how to harness that gift and be able to put together some strategic plans to be able to contribute to society. Is there a tip or technique that comes to mind to help that young male harness that gift inside of him and walk towards bringing it forth for the world to see?
Yes, so I would definitely tell what my coach used to tell me, don't let the way you feel affect the way you flow.
Mm,
And,
I like
and
that.
when and when saying it is, you can't allow how you feel on the inside to affect what comes out because there's somebody out there looking for you. Somebody out there want to know who you are. Somebody that's been through or going through it. And if you allow how you feel on the inside to affect how it comes out, you won't know how successful you can be. And you got to continue to gradually grow in who you are. Be consistent on who you are. Allow your life to be a light and shine. Because sometimes you might not want to get up, but it's that person waiting in the phone call. Sometimes you might not want to do content on Facebook, but somebody went for that video. And how to learn that. Days we may not have, but it's not about us no more. And we
Mm-hmm.
really not about us. It's about the people out there that want to know that's going through or have been through and see how we went through. Then we better understand that our purpose and how much important we are as a person. That we got to get up and just do it.
We just got to get up and do it and just be intentional about what we're doing, right? And I think that goes back to just getting good people like your coach around you. And in football, right? You play football, is that right?
Is I play football, yes sir. Yeah.
Yeah. What position did you play?
Offensive tackle and defensive lineman.
Oh man, what was your favorite?
I like my favorite defensive lineman. Though my moment with that is, man, I never forget. I was uh, junior in high school, man. And one of the seniors got hurt, and they put me in the position. I was in the paper and everything. I was excited about that. So that was definitely I love doing that, man. That was my aha moment. Like, man, I was able to get a position, and what I want to do, and allowed me to really show my talent.
Boom, boom. And even going back, I heard it put this way: you got to control who's in your huddle, right? Meaning,
Okay.
like the people that's around you. I always tell my kids that I work with, look at the top 5 people in your phone. And are those people encouraging you to grow or are they tearing you down? And and that's the people that's in your huddle, going back to like a football analogy. Like, I know you kind of, when I'm paraphrasing, you went on to talk about being intentional and not allowing things that's going on inside you to dictate who you are. And again, I know we say this a lot, but I cannot stress the people that's around you, the accountability, the mentors, the coaches. We got to control that environment because this world is seeking to steal our time, to steal our focus, to keep us from shining our light in a successful, harmonious, and loving way. So we got to really control and know how important that is. And I know you definitely have good people around you to help you get to where you are, Art. And would you like to share anything with the audience about some things to be looking out for? I know you published your book, 6 Tips to Cope with Disabilities. Anything else we can be looking forward to moving through the rest of this year into 2021?
Yeah, so definitely looking for me being some more podcasts. But actually, Monday, November the 16th, from 3 to 5, I'm having my first ever virtual launch book party for my second book, titled Life in Different Forms. And it's a book about my life and what I've been through from a young boy into the age of 30. So that's coming out. I'm excited about that because I wrote that book like 8 years ago. And I was able to get it out during the pandemic. And it's finally going to be launched on Monday, November the 16th Facebook Live 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I would love for you to purchase the book. It's an awesome book for men and women, but perfectly for men because it shows what issues I've been through with life, with relationships, with money, with people and bad decisions, and it giving them an outcome and a resolution of how to get through that thing situation as well.
Boom. My man coming out with his book, man. Look at you, shining, shining. And how can we look at that? Is that going to be on like your main page on Facebook or a business page?
It'll be my main page and my business page on with Arthur Mitchell. It'll be on both of them. So we look out for Arthur Mitchell. It'll be on Facebook Live on both of them.
Dude, I'm excited about that. That book's going to change people's lives. I know it's going to. Dude, like, you definitely shining your light today. Thank you so much for blessing the audience with your passion, with your intentionality, everything that you standing for. I'm rocking with, man. For sure. You inspired me, and I look forward to even going back and listening to some of these jewels that you dropped. I know the audience was not disappointed, but thank you so much for your time and your effort and coming on the show and just shining your light, man, in a harmonious and loving way, man, because I just see you loving on so many people, and whoever comes in your path is definitely going to be affected and definitely going to strive towards their greatest version of themselves, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And go ahead.
I appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I know there's a student, there's a parent teacher that's really resonate with what you said. They have somebody that's struggling with a disability, or they could be struggling with it themselves, and they want to reach out to you. They say, man, Art is the guy I need to talk to. I want to get in front of this guy. I want to learn more from him. Can you share some of your contact information for someone to reach out to you?
Yes, sir. You can definitely reach me on Facebook at Arthur Mitchell. Also, you can reach me on Instagram at Successful Arthur. Also, you can reach me on my website at www.artmitch.com. And if you want to schedule a time with me, you can reach me at info@artmitch.com.
Boom, boom. And,
yes,
dude, thank you so much for your time, your effort. Like I said, I look forward to building an even stronger relationship with you. And before I even get you off of here, now I know you are part of ZAJ Inspirations. You didn't ever really cover that for the audience. Share that before we sign off on this thing, man.
Yes, sir. And that's my company called ZAJ Inspiration. It's an acronym of my kids. It's Amaya, Ariana, and Jaden. And that's my company, and this is my speaking, for my business, for my I Am brand, for my speaking business, also for my wife business. She had phase 1 and phase 2, so all of that in as Inspiration is our own company.
Boom, dude, you're doing it, and you're a family man, just like myself. I got my wife. I just celebrated our anniversary this past Monday, and my two girls, 5 and 2, Zuri and Mila. So, dude, that's our why, right? That's part of it. That's, it's easy for Chaz Jackson to give up on what God's calling me to do if I was only doing it for myself. But for us to latch on for our kids, to try to strengthen them and to break chains, and for them to be able to achieve even more than what we have. And I know you coming out with your second book, and I'm sure you want your babies, man, to publish 6, 7 books. I know, and I'm even going to go to 6 or 7 because I know this is not going to be your last book, man. I know you got at least 2 more left in you for sure. I know.
Another one right now.
Yeah. I know you got more books coming out, more programs. Man, you got so many more people that you ain't even hit the surface yet, man. I mean, the harvest is so full for you, Art, and I'm so excited to see where you're going to be in the next 10 years, man. Like, world, watch out for this, man. King Art's in the house. Episode 23 was epic, man. Again, I salute to you, and thank you so much for blessing GNG Livestream podcast.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead and lead us out, man. I told each and every one of you that episode 23, don't let your disability affect your ability, is going to be fire. If you didn't watch this full episode, go ahead, rewind it back, catch the replay. definitely get these nuggets because he left them there. I want each and every one of you to stay up with GNG. More episodes coming soon. I want each and every one of you to remember these couple things. Keep that crown on your heart. And remember this, we are God's echo. I love each and every one of you. Peace.
Thank you for listening to GNG Podcast. Remember, you are gifted differently to make a difference. Please visit ChazJacksonSpeaks.org and let's continue to grow together. God bless.